It's fifth grade math time. All right, so your lesson today is called Finding a Part of a Whole. So if you do not have your math book, go get it. You need to open up to page number 239, and you need to have a pencil in your hand because this is a lesson and a practice video all in one. So math book, page 239, pencil, go. All right, page number 239, looking at this. So we're kind of taking things and we're going opposite from what we did last week, where we're finding part of a whole, okay? So where we put the greater number over the lesser number last week for, I actually forget what that's called. Give me 1 second. Let me look back at my notes here. Comparing. When we compared numbers, we put the greater number over the lesser number. Do you remember that? Good. So when we're finding parts of a whole, actually, what we're doing is we're putting the lesser number over the greater number. If I had a $5 bill, and I had a $10 bill, I wanted to know what part of the $10 bill would that be, or what would the fraction of that be? And all you do is you put your 5 over your 10, and then you reduce, which we all know is going to be 1/2. So 5 is 1/2 of $10. $5 is 1/2 of $10. Does that make sense? Okay, let's keep moving on. So if you're finding the part of a whole, if look at your example in this box, okay? If you're looking for what part of 36 hours is 9 hours, you would put 9 over 36 equals, and reduce it to equal 1/4. Good. So let's jump in and do some real life story problems. That's really going to help us understand a little bit more. Looking at class practice number 1. Brian volunteered to help Mr. Jackson work in his garden over the summer. He worked a total of 27 hours. Mr. Jackson insisted on paying Brian for 9 hours of that work. For what part of the time that he worked was he paid? Okay, so if he worked for a total of 27 hours, but he got paid for 9 of those, which number is greater, 9 or 27? 27. So it's going to be on the bottom, and 9 is the lesser number. It's going to be on the top. Okay, so he's getting paid for 9 out of 27 hours. So to find the part of the whole, all we need to do is simply reduce. Now these are both divisible by 9, right? So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 27 divided by 9 is 3. So he got paid for 1/3 of the hours that he worked during the summer. Does that make sense? Okay, let's jump down to letter B. Jump over to letter B. Mr. Jackson had 48 rows in his garden. He planted peas in 6 of the rows. What part of the garden was planted with peas, or planted in peas, okay? So our two numbers we need to find, what are they? 48 and 6. Which one is lesser? The 6. So our 6 is going to go on top because remember, finding parts of the whole, the lesser is going to be put over top of the greater. 6 over what? 48, I'm sorry. Good. Okay. Now we need to reduce, which we know 6 goes into both of those. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. 48 divided by 6 is 8. 1/8 of his garden or his fields are 1/8 of his garden is designated for peas, okay, and that he planted peas in 1/8 of his garden. All right, let's go down to number 2. I want you to do letter C all on your own, okay? Do letter C all on your own. Let's jump down to number 2. Find the part of the whole. So letter A, it says 12 inches is what part of 144 inches? So remember, our lesser number, which is 12, goes over our greater number, which is 144, okay? Reduce that. What did you get? 1/12 should be your answer. 1/12, okay? Letter B, 320 miles is what part of 960 miles? My lesser number is 320. My greater number is 960. Cross those zeros out, cancel them, and work with just 32 and 96. Can divide it by 32. So 32 divided by 32 is 1. 96 divided by 32 is 3. 1/3. All right, so it's pretty easy. It's just reducing fractions, okay? So you just have to kind of work with it. Remember, to compare is to put the greater over the lesser. To find part of the whole is the lesser over the greater. It's just like normal fractions, just using confusing words, all right? Go ahead and finish page number 239 to 240. Black is your homework, okay? 239 to 240, black.